Welcome to War Bios, where we delve into the most pivotal conflicts in history, and I'm your host, General Biography. Today, we're going to explore one of the most significant naval battles of World War II, the Battle of Coral Sea. This clash of carriers, which took place from May 7 to 8, 1942, marked a turning point in the war in the Pacific, as it halted the Japanese advance on Port Moresby and set the stage for the eventual Allied victory at Midway. As we begin our journey into the history of this pivotal battle, let's set the stage. The year is 1942, and the world is at war. The Japanese Empire, under the leadership of Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, has been expanding its reach across the Pacific, seeking to secure strategic ports and resources. The Allies, led by General Douglas MacArthur and Admiral Chester Nimitz, are determined to stop them. Our story begins in the early months of 1942, as the Japanese begin to set their sights on the southern Pacific. On January 20, 1942, the Imperial Japanese Navy launches Operation MO, a plan to capture Port Moresby, the capital of Papua New Guinea, and establish a foothold on the Australian continent. The strategic location of Port Moresby makes it a crucial prize for both sides, as it would provide the Japanese with a staging ground for further attacks on Australia and give them control over the vital Torres Strait. The Coral Sea itself is a vast expanse of turquoise water, stretching over 1,200 miles from the coast of Queensland, Australia, to the islands of the Solomon Islands chain. It's a region of treacherous reefs, unpredictable weather, and limited visibility, a perfect environment for a naval battle. The seafloor is dotted with coral atolls, some of which rise up to form small islands, while others remain hidden just beneath the surface. As the Japanese prepare to launch their invasion of Port Moresby, the Allies are gathering their forces in the Coral Sea. The United States Pacific Fleet, led by Admiral Chester Nimitz, is still reeling from the devastating losses at Pearl Harbor, but it has managed to assemble a task force consisting of 2 aircraft carriers, the USS Lexington and the USS Yorktown, along with several cruisers, destroyers, and smaller warships. The Japanese invasion force, known as the Port Moresby Invasion Force, is led by Rear Admiral Kajioka Sadamichi and consists of a light carrier, the Shoho, several cruisers, destroyers, and transport ships. The Japanese plan to capture Port Moresby through a combination of naval gunfire, air power, and amphibious assault. As we've seen in this opening segment, the Battle of Coral Sea has its roots in the Japanese desire to expand their empire and the Allied determination to stop them. As we delve deeper into the events leading up to the battle, let's examine the tactical decisions and strategic maneuvers that define this period. On May 7, 1942, the United States Pacific Fleet, led by Admiral Chester Nimitz, had assembled a task force consisting of 2 aircraft carriers, the USS Lexington and the USS Yorktown, along with several cruisers, destroyers, and smaller warships. The Japanese invasion force, known as the Port Moresby Invasion Force, was led by Rear Admiral Kajioka Sadamichi and consisted of a light carrier, the Shoho, several cruisers, destroyers, and transport ships. The Coral Sea itself played a significant role in the battle, with its treacherous reefs, unpredictable weather, and limited visibility creating a challenging environment for both sides. The seafloor was dotted with coral atolls, some of which rose up to form small islands, while others remained hidden just beneath the surface. This unique geography would ultimately influence the outcome of the battle. As the Japanese invasion force approached Port Moresby, the Allies launched a series of airstrikes against the Shoho, sinking it on May 7, 1942. This significant blow to the Japanese naval capabilities marked a turning point in the battle as the Allies gained a crucial advantage. The USS Lexington and USS Yorktown then engaged the Japanese fleet, with both sides suffering significant losses. One notable example of the heroic actions that defined this period was the bravery of Lieutenant Commander Robert Dixon, who led a group of Douglas SBD Dauntless dive bombers from the USS Lexington in an attack against the Japanese carrier Shoho. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, Dixon's squadron successfully sank the Shoho, dealing a significant blow to the Japanese naval capabilities. As Admiral Chester Nimitz would later say, the Battle of Coral Sea was a tactical victory for the Japanese, but a strategic victory for the Allies. This sentiment captures the essence of the battle, as the Allies ultimately halted the Japanese advance on Port Moresby and set the stage for the eventual Allied victory at Midway. The unique geography of the Coral Sea played a significant role in the battle, and the bravery of individuals like Lieutenant Commander Robert Dixon helped to turn the tide in favor of the Allies. As we explore the decline or aftermath of the Battle of Coral Sea, it's essential to understand how the outcome shaped the future of the war in the Pacific. The Allies' strategic victory, despite suffering significant losses, including the sinking of the USS Lexington and damage to the USS Yorktown, ultimately halted the Japanese advance on Port Moresby. This decisive moment marked a turning point in the war, as the Japanese were forced to reassess their strategy and regroup their forces. The Battle of Coral Sea also had a profound impact on the subsequent Battle of Midway, which took place just a month later. The Japanese naval losses at Coral Sea, particularly the sinking of the light carrier Shoho, significantly weakened their fleet and limited their ability to launch a successful attack on Midway Island. The Allies, on the other hand, were able to learn from their experiences at Coral Sea and make adjustments to their tactics and strategies, which ultimately contributed to their victory at Midway. In the months and years that followed, the Battle of Coral Sea would be remembered as a crucial moment in the war in the Pacific. The bravery and sacrifice of the sailors, soldiers, and airmen who participated in the battle would be honored and recognized, with many receiving awards and decorations for their heroism. The battle also led to significant changes in naval tactics and strategies, as both sides sought to adapt to the new realities of carrier-based warfare. One notable example of the lasting legacy of the Battle of Coral Sea is the development of new naval aviation technologies and tactics. The battle highlighted the importance of air power in naval warfare and led to significant investments in aircraft carrier design, pilot training, and airborne radar systems. These advancements would play a critical role in the Allied victory in World War II and continue to shape naval aviation to this day. The bravery, sacrifice, and strategic decisions made during the battle would have a lasting impact on the course of history, shaping the future of naval warfare and inspiring generations of sailors, soldiers, and airmen to come. In the words of Admiral Chester Nimitz, the Battle of Coral Sea was a turning point in the war, marking the beginning of the end of Japanese expansion in the Pacific. This sentiment captures the essence of the battle's significance and serves as a reminder of the enduring legacy of this pivotal conflict. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.